Well, it's mid-February. I'm up near Fort Nelson. I'm going out looking for lynx. Gonna have a chance to try out Robo Bunny again. Last time I tried it out, it was in the summertime, and burnt out a motor and some other stuff. But anyways, try again here and see what happens. Just near Fort Nelson, British Columbia, and I'm about to drive over a railway bridge. No trains are coming. Just driving along here and I spotted an owl. See if I can get a picture of him. It's over there. Might be a little hard to see, but I'll put this camera down and pick up this camera. Yeah, it's a great gray owl. Let's see if I can zoom in. Grabbed a couple quick shots. I don't know if there's anything exciting there, but it looks blurry. I walked closer to the owl and snapped a few shots, and then apparently I guess I got too close and it flew away. I'll have to check the images when I get back, see if I have any keepers. If I do, I'll put them on next here. What we have there are lynx tracks. I'm very close to my area that I'll be setting up, but it's always good to see tracks. It snowed a little overnight, so these look like they're from late yesterday maybe. They're not from this morning, but anyways, I'll continue scoping out the area and then get set up. So that's a good sign. Well, upon closer inspection of my favorite spot, there was quite a bit of activity going on. Human activity. Lots of new crash tire tracks and some new equipment where I wanted to set up. So I don't think I'm really allowed to be in these sites doing what I'm doing. So I think I'll go on to plan B. There's lots of other spots, so I'll go further up the road, set up there. Well, there's lots of tracks going along beside the road here, but I'm not sure what happened here. I guess it was after or something. But normally they just follow along the road like that, but something went on here. But maybe it caught a bunny. I was definitely following lynx tracks for a while, but these ones here look more like wolf. Can't be sure, but you can see here that it went up to the snowbank and marked its territory. Took a piss on the bank there, but the tracks don't exactly look like lynx to me. So that's cool. Don't mind getting some pictures of wolves. Yeah, definitely looks like wolf to me. I'll have to keep my eye out. That's awesome. Got a power line here, but you can see someone's gone along in a snowmobile. The snow is so deep, well, it's probably 3 feet deep or so, so the animals kind of have a hard time walking around in the virgin stuff. But where the tracks are, it's been packed down, and you can see where they've crossed the road here, the animals, and then they continue on. But it's kind of cool. Looks like yeah, definitely some lynx tracks there. Yeah, it's just like a little highway for them to walk along. Sure makes things a lot easier. And some more tracks here. These are actually bunny tracks. Snowshoe hare. That's what the lynx are after. That's their favorite meal. But also I noticed, very faint, are these wolf prints again. Fresh. No, that's pretty fresh. It's unfortunately going the opposite way that I'm going, but lots of prints. You gotta love the winter for this, because you can just see where all the animals are, or where they have been. Cool. Well, I'm at my setup spot here. What it is actually a wellhead over here, capped off, I guess, or something. Who knows? Big turnaround here, but the snow banks are like 6 feet high. It's a lot higher than before. Usually you can see a little meadow there. There's a cut line going up over this way, but I photographed some lynx here before. But anyways, one thing I should always check, and I knew I should have checked, but my GoPro batteries. I didn't quite charge them last night. I thought, oh, they're charged. So I'm charging them right now, but in the meantime, there's Robo Bunny. He's going to have a GoPro on the front and on the back. Just going to turn them on. And, oops, I better turn on the controller or it'll probably freak out. Okay, controller's plugged in. And away we go. That's Robo Bunny. Anyways, so the idea is to set up the noisemaker. Set up the noisemaker that I've got. It makes screaming rabbit noise, and that'll attract the lynx in from far away. And then hopefully they'll get a look at Robo Bunny and want to take a chunk out of him. But like I say, the GoPro batteries are still charging now. I don't think I'll get a full charge, but looks like there was a lynx walked by here at one point. And up and over the bank over there. But anyways, otherwise, pretty much ready to go. But just waiting for the batteries. Hey, Robo Bunny. Well, I got the noisemaker set up here. It's a Fox Pro. It's remote control. There's lots of different sounds in there, but Screaming Rabbit seems to be the best. So there's a speaker on that side, speaker on that side. It's hooked up to an external battery to last a long time. I'm not going to test it out just yet. I know it works, but yeah, I don't want to start it yet because I don't want to attract any lynx because I'm not quite set up yet. I've charged the GoPros as much as possible, so there's an older GoPro H2 there on the front, and there's an H3 on the back, black edition. I set them up with the iPad app, which is pretty darn cool, but what I'm going to use is the little remote. So I press the record button and both cameras go at the same time. See how long the batteries last. It is, I don't know, -10 or so. Well, we're going here. So what I've got is a 300 2.8 on with a D800 on a little window mount. Seems to be good enough. Just to hold the camera. Got the remote control here for the Robo Bunny, although this thing doesn't have the best range, and I guess it got out of range and it started going around this thing by itself, and I went chasing after it. But so I've got it parked kind of close for now, but we'll see what happens. And I've got the noisemaker going. That's the lovely noise you hear right now. So we'll see what happens. But I'm ready to go. It's been about 20 minutes or so, nothing to report. A couple of whiskey jacks came by to have a look. But I know, like Robo Bunny, it's supposed to be white, but I didn't want to spray paint it. There goes the noisemaker. But yeah, it's the wrong color for this time of year. But anyways, whatever. It's just an experiment, so see what happens. But I moved them closer because it wandered off on its own again. So I've got the remote control tie wrapped onto the steering wheel so I can one-handedly do it. I've got the Fox Pro, the noisemaker, and I've got the remote for the GoPros all ready to go. Just need a Lynx. Well, that was cool. I just had a Harrier. I think it was a Harrier. I'm not a birder, but looked like a Harrier. Came by, had a look, and then kept going. But that was neat. I actually had one of the same kind of bird come by once. I had a prop from Halloween. It was a raven. I just had it sitting by the noisemaker, and it actually swooped by and nailed the thing, and then took off. But that was pretty cool. Came out of nowhere again. Just hit the raven and flew off. But well, that was a while ago. But that was 6 months ago, I guess, when there wasn't so much snow. But anyways, probably been 30 minutes so far. No Lynx that I can see. Probably around, just hiding in the bush. I've also got my D3X here with the 70-200 f2.8 on it, ready to go in case something shows itself out that window. I can quickly pick it up and snap off some shots. But we're getting close to an hour here and nothing. No Lynx anyways that I can see. Pretty darn good at hiding. But I don't know, might give another 10 minutes and then move on to another spot. We'll see. Well, I'm on the road again. I'm gonna head back towards town. I passed a few spots that I'd like to check out and see how that goes. But Lynx are definitely hard to find, even on the best of days. So there's lots of tracks, but man, they sure hide good. Well, I'm over by the power line with the snowmobile tracks and all the Lynx tracks. Decided to put up one of my wildlife cameras. Automatically take some pictures as animals walk by. So I'll leave that for, I don't know, a week or so. Just hope no one finds my camera. Hate to lose it. I've decided to do a quick setup here without Robo Bunny, but basically I'm on a bridge. Lots of tracks down over there, and we'll see how it goes. Get the noisemaker just over here. I'll see if anything comes out of the bush. Well, it's been about an hour. Nothing. I haven't seen anything anyways. Pretty good at hiding. The other thing I put up was this little bunny rabbit. Again, the wrong color for this time of year, but it's a little fold up bunny rabbit. It folds into a little circle. But yeah, just stick it in the ground. Maybe the wind will move it around a bit. But whatever. Anyways, time to try another spot. I'm trying out spot number 3. Got Robo Bunny and, or actually it's not Robo Bunny, Fake Bunny and the noisemaker there. See what happens. It's not a bad spot. It's nice and wide open. The Lynx will usually like hide in the trees. It's hard to get them out, but that was the point of Robo Bunny. But anyways, Robo Bunny, I'm just gonna let her sit for a bit because I'm still charging the GoPro cameras again. But we'll see what happens here. Alright, I just had a snowshoe hare just zip through the bush. So that's probably a good sign. Maybe a Lynx is coming. Yeah, I'm going to have to paint this thing white or something because it doesn't look the same. But that's the first rabbit that I'd seen. Seen lots of tracks, but anyways, we'll see what happens here. But it's way over there. Just went zipping along. Maybe there's a Lynx. Well, it's been about 20 minutes since that rabbit came ripping out of the bush, but no sign of a lynx yet. I mean, it still could be in there. They're just so hard to see. But it's either that or maybe it's just being traumatized by the screaming rabbit over here. And it gives me a headache after a while. Well, that was about 45 minutes, but didn't see anything, so move on to the next spot. It's almost like a restaurant. Location, location, location. I'm back to my original location here. Get the little bunny rabbit set up there. Gotta come up with a name for him. The noise maker there. Make sure that thing's turned on. Yeah, she's turned on. And yeah, I'll try it out here. Not sure I'm gonna get Robo Bunny going here, because if it takes off, I'll be up to my waist in snow chasing it. So anyways, give it a shot here, see what happens. Well, it's been about 20 minutes. Nothing yet. Well, I was about half an hour in that spot, but didn't see anything. Time to move on to the next place, because it's gonna get dark soon. Maybe another hour. And yeah, try out at least one more place and see what happens. There's some nice tracks. Nice Lynx tracks. This is interesting. It looks like some scrape marks there. These aren't Lynx tracks though, because you can tell with the you can see the claws. It usually means dog or wolf, but I think it was doing a bit of scraping. Back legs there, I guess. Front legs there. Interesting. I guess it could be a dog. I mean, no one lives around here, but I guess guys sometimes take their dog out for a walk, but I'm hoping it's wolf. But interesting. I'm at probably my final setup for the night. It's sun's getting behind some pretty big clouds there, so anyways, just another spot here. We'll see if anything comes out to play. Well, that's it. About half hour at that spot. Didn't see anything, so that's how she goes. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. It's kind of like fishing or whatever. It's not guaranteed. It's not the destination, but the journey. I'm sure there's a lot more things I could say, but anyways, got skunked. Actually, skunk would have been cool. But we'll try again next time. That's it for now. Well, I'm at it again, just seeing if I get some wildlife coming by. I'm actually stuck on the side of a road here. I'm about a 3-hour drive to the closest town, and my transmission decided it didn't want to play anymore, so called a tow truck. Yeehaw. Anyways, it was just in the shop too to get some work done on it, on the transmission and stuff. And I hadn't even driven 300 kilometers and died again. So anyways, got the camera set up as usual. Got the little noise maker over there with the bunny, and just started making some noise, and haven't seen anything yet, but you never know. I got 3 hours to kill before the truck can make it to me, so might as well do something. Actually, that might be 4 hours. I'm all out of breath. Well, it worked. I had 2 lynx come by. Of course, I was reading emails when I happened to look up and 2 lynx walked by, but they'd already passed the truck. So I walked quickly down the road, snapping some pictures. And there, I was able to get fairly close. They're just up in the bush here, and they're making some calling noises. I don't think they sound very happy. Grumpy. Well, that's kind of cool, or very cool. Yeah, they weren't really all that scared of me. I think I had a bit of head start on me down the road, and man, I don't know, I got within 20 feet, yeah, maybe 30 feet of the closest one, and yeah, it was neat. They kind of went, oh, here's the wind, but they went up into the bush here, and got a few more pictures, but it never works out when so many little branches and stuff. But anyways, I just left them down there. They're just kind of sitting there in the bush, but again, can't really get any good pictures of them. Have to walk back to the truck now. Now I'm back in the truck, got the noisemaker going again. So they walked by just in the bush line there, and then came out right about there according to the tracks, and I spotted them just as they were over there. So it would have been neat to see the reaction as they walked by the rabbit there. We got the bunny sitting right there, but I didn't get to see it, so nice and blurry again. Yeah, so would have been nice, but that's what I get for doing a noisemaker for about an hour and a half, and then sort of giving up and reading emails. Well, I'll keep an eye on, see if they come back from down the road, but I have a feeling they've kind of been there, done that sort of thing, so we'll see what happens. Got some more time to kill. And man, that would have been cool if I had Robo Bunny here. I would have just sent it down the road, see what they do, chase it or whatever. That would have been interesting, but didn't bring Robo Bunny on this trip, so darn. Next time, I'll try to remember to bring it. But it's still got that problem with the distance. It works to maybe 20 feet out and then goes on its own, but it'll work perfect here. Just send it down on its own down the road and see if the lynx chase it or not, or whatever. Would have been interesting. Darn. Not this time though. So just to recap all that, oh, there's the lynx. They're way down the road. That's cool. But yeah, just to recap. So I've got just a little bunny rabbit there with the noisemaker on the hill. But the lynx came right along here, I can tell from their footsteps, and then crossed here, and that's where I got my first shot. That's when I noticed them. and then they walked down the road. Well, it's hard to hear, but they're making their little crying again way down there. But so I got out of the truck, and then with the big camera and stuff, and started walking fast behind them, and then, like I say, caught up to maybe 30 feet or so from them, and then just continued on, like fairly fast walking for maybe another 100 meters or so. So I was probably 150, almost 200 meters down, I guess. It was, yeah, about 150 meters. And then they went into the bush. I guess I got a little too close. So I snapped some shots as they were jumping onto the bank of the road. But at that point, I ran back to grab this little camera to go do that other recording there of them making their funny noises in the bush. But yeah, they're just hanging around the edge of the road down there now. If my truck worked, I'd go get them, but they're 400 meters down the road. Well, I guess I have time, but I have a feeling I'd scare them into the bush again, but actually that's kind of tempting. The next shot might be myself 400 meters down the road. Spotted them. They were down there another couple hundred meters when I first spotted them, but as I'm walking this way, they about halfway to where I thought they were, and they're walking this way with me here, back towards the truck. They're both in the bush, but I don't see them at the moment. But yeah, they were coming back this way. Again, the bush is so hard to shoot through. Way too many branches. But they're here somewhere. Yeah, it seems like I lost them. They're gone. Not gone, but we could still be heading in this direction. Heck, they could come out at the truck for all I know. But they seem to be heading back in this direction. They weren't all that scared of me when I saw them coming back this way either. Like, they didn't seem to veer off into the trees, but by the time I found focus on this crazy camera, they disappeared. Interesting. Well, let's see if they reappear somewhere else. Well, it's been about half an hour since I've seen them, so I guess they're gone, but still have some time to kill. It's been about 4.5 hours since I broke down, and the tow truck's going to be another, who knows, half hour to an hour and a half, somewhere in there, a little ways out of town. And that is mid-April, but it is above zero, so I really can't complain. A little bit above zero. But actually the ironic thing of the whole Lynx walking by while I'm reading emails, the email I was reading was actually from National Geographic. They wanted to use one of my photos of wolf, and they contacted me a while back, but they now want to use it. It's 2 wolves fighting. Ours at 3. Actually, it's 2. Fighting, and they want to use it for promotion for a new series or something. But anyways, that's the email I was reading when the Lynx went by. Darn you, National Geographic. If you didn't send me that email, I would have had some better photos for you. So it's all your fault. But I'm not complaining too much. Speak of the devil, there's the tow truck. Yeah, he showed up probably about 10 minutes after I just made my last little speech. So I was wrong. Good thing he's early. That's cool. That's all for now.